Okay, recording, yay. Recording 2 videos in one day. This time I'm just recovering the devlog of the February 1st was. So I'm just gonna be reading this, reading anything I can, blah blah, you get the gist, whatever. For God's sake. All as well, still making content without issues. Episode 4 Decay Part 2 out of 2 is coming along nicely. Last time you were given the option to leave questions about the game and story so far. Some have been combined and others reworded for more concise answers. If you're not interested in the Q&A, skip to the end. There's something I want to ask you. Q&A author responses. How does one pronounce Lele? Lele. Lay as in lay down. Merch when? We're in discussions regarding contracts and licensing and logistics and other legal hoopla that needs to be dealt with. It'll be a while but it'll happen. You mentioned the possible re-release of your old game jam novels. Which ones? When? Not even God knows. Thank you all for the interest. What inspired the Coffin of Annie and Lele? How did you come up with the story? This is one of the most asked questions. Luckily, I have answered in detail in a link, which I will not be taking over right now. Is it okay to refer you by your old screen name? Nemle was a company name. It was acquired and discontinued. It's like calling me Coca-Cola. I don't feel any way about it, but still, thank you. You can stand warms my heart. I don't have any current usernames. I just go by author. People have branded this as the incest game, despite having a lot more to it. How did it feel? They're lost. I'm glad not everyone has such a shallow, one-note interpretation, because this burning garbage heap is a symphony. This is what I've been talking about so long to other people, that it's not just an incest game. It is a cannibal game as well. But there's so much to this game than just cannibalism and incest. It just... oh god. I hate it. I hate it so much. That's why I love this game, but I hate people who call it incest game. Anyway. Do you think your audience is more male or female? The target demographic is women who enjoy true crime shows, gothic romance, and dark comedy. I've got no idea who showed up though. It doesn't matter. Everyone's welcome to give me money. explicit sex, hentai porn, NSFW seen when? Never. What does Andrew study? Pedantry. I thought you were an English major. Isn't language supposed to be your forte? Forte, actually. 40 is a number. What determines the colour of someone's soul in a game? Great question. Find out in Decay. Is Andrew lying about his nightmares? No, but he does exaggerate the frequency of them. Did the lady in 302 actually try to shoot Andrew? Yes. She lunged for the nail gun but didn't make it in time. Does actually or Andrew have cluster B type personality disorder? Shoehorning characters' real life diagnosis really only serves to diminish the narrative and causes contradictions in the way their symptoms would or wouldn't manifest. Rather than seeing their behaviour through the lens of this or that affliction, it's more fruitful to analyse the cause and effect of the in-universe event. Do you do anything with the batteries from episode 1? Yes. And I would say yes to this too, that you give them to Andrew so he can use the remote. I think what they're asking is that if you don't give him the remote, if you don't give him the batteries for the remote, you probably do something with them in a later episode. I don't think so. Is the Coffin of Annie Lele related to any other games? Wait, actually, before we go on to that question, since they didn't specify what you do with the batteries, you probably actually do something with them later in the other episodes. Anyway, is the Coffin of Annie Lele related to any other games? Is there a shared universe your games take place in? No. What inspired the characters' names? I Google searched for the most common names in the 90s. Is Ashley disinterested in sex? So this actually interested me because people thought that Ashley was very into it and actually wanted to do it, but this answer cleared it up so much. Rather than disinterested, she doesn't want to grow up, and that makes so much more sense, and she keeps calling Andrew Andy, and she always wants to be called Lele again. Sex doesn't accommodate her fantasy of Andy and Lele, which is a dynamic where Andrew nurtures her unconditionally. The crux of the enmeshment is actually projecting all her unmet needs, platonic and sexual alike, onto Andrew, while expecting him to be a safe object that reciprocates or asks anything of her. The troubles ahead, shown by the trinket, were what they were for a reason. Why are you making the K first? It sucks ass! Burying one's problem pretends everything hunky-dory doesn't solve anything. In fact, it often makes matters worse. Although unpleasant true chaos and mayhem can only be achieved by unearthing the root cause of one's issues and addressing the underlying decay. How tall are Ashley and Andrew? Ashley is small and tiny, Andrew is tall and whiny. The talking sprites are not all representative of their heights as their level for readability. In the CGs, or cutscenes I guess, you can see Andrew pretty much towers over Ashley despite him hunching down a lot of time and her wearing heels. Andrew. Cleavage viewage vantage point. That's nice. What's the size of Andrew's pee-pee? Pee-pee be big. What's the size of Ashley's awesome fat tits? Smaller than advertised. Which character do you hate the most? If I'm not entertained by at least some aspect of the character, I don't write them. Therefore, there isn't really one I'd scorn. Who is your favourite character? The overall narrative is more fun than any singular character, since the cast has been written to build upon one another, none of them would work in isolation. That's actually cool. Ah, my love, I knew we'd be on the same page. Play the game. What did Mum... Oh, okay, so we got to a long part. What did Mum want to talk to Andrew about? There's a mild interesting plot beat that showcases their similarity. Both Mum and Andrew spend the day assessing the situation, both arrive to the same conclusion. Duo leaves quietly, and everyone pretends they were never there. Their reasons were different due to knowing different things, but essentially, they both wanted to avoid drawing attention. Mother wants to convey this plan to Andrew, though been wrapped up in a sob story about how hard she has it and lies she didn't know what went on in the apartment. They talk about how Andrew and Ashley should start their own lives already, the subtext being, get lost and stay lost. Should Andrew pretend to buy all of it, he'd leave if Ashley the next morning never comes up to her again. As to why Ashley can't be present for talk, she called bullshit, making the pretense of the conversation impossible. Both Mum and Andrew need to lie about what's happening to feel better about it. But as seen in the game, the situation escalates before anyone can get a word in. Because of this, Mum's plan changes to the one seen in Olive Branch's gag. What little good will remain for her shitty kids have been irreversibly exhausted. Are Olive Branch's endings canon? Everything seen in Olive Branch's gag is canon except Andrew's behaviour. Everyone else is in character and following the game's canon plot, which means yes, you do die if you choose that ending. Which means every ending is canon, I do believe. Why didn't the organ trafficking ring allow the parents to leave? The operation did not allow for force at that point in time. You've shown a lot of teasers that take place in flashbacks, with the majority of the next episode take place in the past. That's just me avoiding spoilers for the main plot. Will you say flashback things being burial too? They are relevant burial, you can only see them decay. Would there be a happy end? Why yes, of course. The happy end! End where Ashley and Andrew are dead. Okay, I think we got to the last one. Any tips for aspiring game devs? Write your own engine, sell your house, quit your job to make your first ever game, as long as it's an MMORPG. By the way, if you're actually an aspiring game dev, don't do this. This is all jokes. Start a video blog about your game to make sure you don't have time to actually develop. Worship social media. Spend all day absorbing negativity and sacrifice everything to cater to of strangers. Read marketing advice written by people who've never shipped a game. Switch engines midway through development. On top of that, repeatedly remake already finished content, and remember to keep starting side projects. Finally, most importantly, make sure to neglect your physical and mental health until you burn out, because that's when you can finally put your game on infinite hiatus. If, despite best friends that you can never finish any game, make sure you don't test the build before releasing it. Hope this helps. And I think that's enough for the Q&A. There were so many questions asked, which I'm grateful for, but this has gone on off as it is. How do I ask you something now? Question. Has your opinion on the release format changed these past few months? Should there be a revote on releasing episode 3 Decay Part 1/2 alone? Kind regards, with a dash of bashful, the author. And that's where we're gonna end the video. So to my little oodalalies, weirdos, weirdos, blah blah, randoms all around, guys, gals, non-binary pals, whatever you call yourself, you Coca-Cola bowls. This was Random Things with T. This was the Coffin of Annie and Lily's blog, as well as all the other games that you can see that I play. And I'll be seeing you in the next video, or the past one. So, Subscroobledooble if you think that I'm really cool. You can unsubscribe later if you think that I'm just cringe. And yeah, see you later. Bye.